Thanks for joining us again. I'm Rob at RS, and this time we're going to have a little look at the studio and show that because we've got such a team with talent that we can spread the workload out as pretty much as required. Although we may have the green helmet project going, as we do, or the Fett, as we do, or the Y-Wing, that there's enough team, usually something's happening with every single project that we've got on at the same time. It's not just a case of we'll leave one, we'll drop it, and we'll forget about it, and we'll carry on with another one. We thought we'd show a little bit of the diversity of the team and give everyone a bit of an understanding of what goes on, that it's not just a load of messing about in front of the camera. So usually we would have a bit of a meeting, a bit of a conflab about what's going on so that everybody can be updated, so that everybody's on the same page and we're all pushing to the same goal.
Morning.
Morning.
Right, at the minute I've got 4 E11s that I've got to finish off, and then I've got 2 DLTs that are semi-assembled. So I've got handguards and mic tips to do on top of that. John, at the minute, is sorting out them scouts, Fets.
He's going to have one in the next 20 minutes. Then he's got 2 more.
2 more.
2 more.
Right.
If you have a look at them TKs, see which ones have the potential to go out today.
More green helmets.
Yeah, more green helmets. Keep going.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got 5 X-Wings,
Okay.
all built, and I've also got, I don't know, getting
Some
on to
TKs,
10,
isn't there?
10
Yeah.
TKs that were built. So she's got all them. They need to come first. Right. So Becca's sorted. Still working from home. See, I've got loads to chomp away at. It's just what order we're going to get it in.
Yeah.
Right. Sean came in on Saturday and he's took all the epoxy system
Okay.
and the moulds for the Fett helmets.
Right.
Been fully briefed, he knows what he's doing. He came in, he's got this big beard.
I know, yeah.
Right, so Ellis is working on those TKs.
Yes, is hitting the belts now as we speak.
Right, Steve-O's back as well. I think he's going to be back now for the summer. So that's all the day-to-day stuff. Yeah.
The visor for the Y-Wing.
The visor's been redone because it looked alright, but it wasn't. This helmet's going to be absolutely top-notch. I don't want having that visor spoiling it, so I've redone the whole thing. The word around the archive campfire is they're pink.
Right.
And any that don't look pink is down to degradation, and well, it all stacks up with the inside information from people who've seen the real one in the archive. So
Right.
I would say something motivational, but I'm just going to leave this conversation here.
Disgusting.
My background after trying to be a graphic designer or getting into that, then decided I needed a real job. I went into quality control. I was a quality control manager, but then after that I was an office manager. Having that British standard mentality drummed into me for years, many years. At first, when we started building TKs and we were doing the replica prop thing, I really wanted to get away from that. But as time's gone on, I found all of that sort of organisation and the need to learn from mistakes creeping in to what we do here at RS more and more and more. And I mean, now there's quite a lot of that in there, and it's all about learning from what went wrong to allow us to make sure it doesn't happen again. That's the idea. And that's good, really. That's what's pushing us forward. I mean, now when I first started, we wanted to build stuff. Now I'm using the spreadsheets and talking to other people probably as much as I'm building stuff, if not more. I wouldn't say I'd rather be building stuff all the time. Well, I would say that, but it's not possible. We have to have the organisation behind it to allow the building to go on, and I think I've appreciated that in more recent times and embraced it a bit more.
I'm marking on. We've got a trusty little template for the press studs and the rivets and what have you, and the TK belts.
I'm looking at about half a dozen at the minute. I've got these Fett boots to finish, more blasters to finish, and thermal decks for this week's jobs to build. So it's pretty much non-stop at the minute.
I'm just finishing off some PVC and ABS jobs, Stormtroopers.
What have you done with my hammer? Hang on, Alf.
Paul,
1 sec.
you know your toolbox?
Yeah.
John's complaining he doesn't have a toolbox.
I've not got a toolbox.
But I said to him, he hasn't got any tools. He hasn't got any tools. And he said, I've got brushes. So you know what we need to get him, don't you? Makeup bag.
Yeah!
That's what you need.
Yeah, I'm working on 5 at the minute. Just working through all handguards and then the shoulders and the belts.
I am currently prepping some biker scouts because they've got the seam up the middle, so I've got to get rid of that. And then I'm going to paint them and weather them because these are down and dirty ones. Yeah, I've got a fat to do as well at the same time, and then we're going to start painting up Y-wings and more Boba Fetts. So yeah, we've got plenty going on really. Lots and lots.
Small update on the Boba Fett. I think this is the finished colour now for the unpainted ones. It's kind of a dark grey. I'll send a message out and we're going to get in touch with everybody just to make sure that they know what's what and that they're happy with the colour. I can send some photographs. We've done a load of test pulls here and we're pretty happy with them all now. Painted ones, however, and this is why I'm going to message, because if you're having it painted, to paint it underneath the paint it's white, and we can see that because on reference images there's in the damage that it's when it's cracking open you can see white through it. And that's because the gel coat was white, and that makes sense. It was white. It was a white Super Trooper helmet to start with, so why wouldn't they make it white? So now from now on all the painted ones that we're doing are going to be white. So if somebody's ordered one of these and they want to paint it themselves, or they've got another painter lined up, whatever, they may want it in white too, which I would recommend. If you want it just as a display piece, then probably well, I would say the black. I really like the black, but maybe the dark grey is going to work for you, and that would be the way to go. But there you go. Good news on the ears. We've done some work on the ears this week. We've got a price back. We've got a guy who's making them, whose stuff is absolutely amazing. He makes a lot of race car parts, which is how he was a contact of ours, and that is super exciting. Stay tuned for more on that, because I'm pretty sure Mr. Clark there's a road trip coming up. I'll go and visit him, and see the stuff being made, run through all the sizing and the specification to make sure everything is absolutely spot on. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be amazing, and the best part is the price is going to be quite astonishing. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun, and it's coming up real soon because this, as we know, is a super fast moving project. Oh yeah, chin cut. You saw it in the video. Really like that. Nice little touch. Done a nice little job on that, hasn't he? So I need to order myself some press studs and get some webbing in and finish the rest of the strap for it, don't I? Nice. Right, let me get the drawings together, because we've got one last little piece that we've been working on this week. These are all the test ones that we did before we released the mould. Sean's got a whole bunch of these at home because he took all the moulds. Let's talk a little bit about the Y-wing helmet. So we made a visor a few weeks ago, you probably remember the video. And yeah, everything went swimmingly. But when I got the test pulls in and I positioned it, I wasn't happy, so I threw it in the bin basically. And we started again. We did the whole process over again. We're not showing it in the video because that would be a bit boring. You've seen it once. And this time it's come out exactly how I wanted it to. There we go. You'll see we've even got a colour tint on there now. So we talked to a load of people who've been in the archive, and we had a look at a whole bunch of colours in degrees of darkness to try and work out what we were going to go with. In the end, we figured that this one looks just about spot on, especially when you photograph it. Nice. So the update on the Y-wing is the visor is now done. The greeblies are pretty much done. We've got 25 of these just to put together, finish off, and give them a nice seal of approval, and then that's done. So these are imminent. So if you're on the run for these, please do comment below, shout up your number, especially if you're in the first 25, and fingers crossed Finley's one of them. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be wondering why somebody with only 3 friends on the Facebook account keeps giving me so much grief. But hopefully we can deal with it and we can get everybody happy, because that's what we're here for. So there you go. Project's done. Project's done. Commission's done. It's all go. It's absolutely all go. Everybody's at it. The whole team's working hard, and it's good. I'm not complaining. We're busy. We're busy, and that's good. Just because we're busy, we can't let things like the visor not being right go out. It's got to be right. So sorry for the delay. That's what caused it. It's been remade. I think I've got. I don't know if you can see the difference there. It's probably hard to tell when it's not in the helmet. Can you see that? Basically, it's all this angle underneath that needed to be redone, and then some of the little areas were tweaked as well. But I think it was definitely worth it. So thanks for your patience once again. As you can see, it's super busy, and we're killing it, and it's going to get even more fun. We've got somebody else joining the team next week, so that's going to help us out no end. Until next time, thanks for watching, and please do come back. Do I need a better sign off?